gentlemen, welcome back to Those Two Geeks. He's Alex. I'm Joe. We're in different parts of the world. Well, not really. Same part of the world, but different areas. And he, he he just had Canada Day, and I just celebrated Independence Day. Not the film with Will Smith, but the actual holiday.
I mean, that is a worthy thing to celebrate, though. The movie is pretty fantastic.
The first movie is. The second one's an
Yeah.
utter piece of garbage.
I refuse to acknowledge it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I hate it.
Yeah,
It's not canon in my head.
that is fair. That is fair.
But yeah, so how did Canada Day go?
Yeah. I don't know what I did on Canada Day. Oh well, we ended up going to try and see fireworks in the evening, but the wind was blowing the wrong direction, like right into the crowd, so they had to cancel it and they put them on the next day.
So that's what happened?
Yeah, so we had fireworks on the second, which is fine. I'm ironically,
So we had fireworks directly across from the church last night. It was
Oh,
a very
okay.
interesting dynamic. It was funny because, like, it just first of all, it was the best fireworks show I've seen in a long while. Like
Hmm.
for a town, but it was just a private guy doing it,
That's hilarious.
and he did such an amazing job. So,
Hang on,
um, yeah,
I can hear me in your background.
you can hear me in the background.
No, I can hear me in the background.
I can't hear you at all in the background.
Weird.
Yeah,
Okay, hang on. No, yeah, I'm gone now. For whatever reason, I could hear myself say a couple of things, and then it
it just
stopped. So
pops off. Yeah.
yeah, so whatever, like your noise cancellation must have kicked back in or something. But anyway, neither here nor there. So you said it was one guy. I'm not editing that out.
Yeah,
You said it was one
we had
guy.
fireworks across the street. One of our neighbors who owns a property across the street, he owns some of the buildings. He does like his own private fireworks show. He takes a lot of
Okay.
pride in it. He did such a phenomenal job. Basically, it was a fireworks show where it was all grand finales from start to finish. And it was
Mm.
like 30 minutes of grand finales. It was insane.
So I was. I was reading. I was at a talk from someone who was in the military
Hmm.
in the 60s, and he was in Jamaica, and they had to do fireworks, and none of his squad had any experience with fireworks, and they only had so many, and they're like, so what do we do? We're like, I don't know, like, how do we make it good? Like, we don't know what any of these do, and we don't have enough to test them.
Right.
And he's like, should we just light them all at once and see what happens?
Oh my God, no.
And they're like, fuck it, what can go wrong? So they just they just did everything at once, and and then like 30 seconds later, it's over, and the crowd went bananas, and the commanding officer came over and said, "Great idea! It's too hot to stay out here for too long." And they're like, "Yeah,
That was our thinking, Sarge.
yeah, that's exactly what we were planning to do." And it turns out, like when they were talking about lighting them all at once, it was a joke,
Yeah.
and the guy who was lighting them didn't realize that and just went off and did it.
Yeah. So I wish I got a picture because what happened was
Mm.
we were sitting out in the front of the church, and my apartment is closest to the church steps. So
Okay.
like when it was all said and done, it looked like downtown London because everything was all fog and smog. But
Amazing.
it was an amazing shot that I wish I got of the front of the church steps doors, like from a peripheral view of just smoke billowing out into the street down the
Mm.
steps. And
Oh,
then
that would
the
have been
guys
cool.
came with their backpacks, like their vacuum backpacks to like clean it up and like get rid of the smoke.
Yep.
All I could think of was the Ghostbusters going into like a haunted church. It looked just
It's
like
funny.
that.
I was thinking that. I was like, you're almost like the Ghostbusters. They
Yeah.
just need the music to go with it.
Yeah, literally, it was just like
Yeah.
that. It was pretty impressive. But then what problem happened is then after those fireworks, which we knew were coming, everyone in all the surrounding neighborhoods did them till 2 a.m.
Hilarious and amazing.
So my cousin was like the cranky, angry old man because he lives 3 streets down from me. And
I
his
get it.
Facebook post this morning was all ranting and raving about fireworks. I'm like, you do know it's the 4th of July, Steve.
And it
Like,
not like, so here's the thing. I respect and understand where Steve's coming from.
yeah, of course.
I also would be a bit annoyed if it went on to 2 a.m.
Yeah,
if it was any day other than Friday or Saturday.
right.
Because if it's a weekend, I'm like, you know what? It's a weekend. It sucks. I can sleep in the morning.
Right. Well, his wife is a CN, so
Yeah.
or
So
an
she
RN.
doesn't.
Sorry, an RN.
Yeah.
So
So
she
she's it.
she had to get up
Yeah.
at 2.
Yeah, so that sucks. That would suck for her.
Yeah.
So
But
like I get where he's coming from.
yeah.
But at the same time, like you said, it is the 4th of July.
Yeah,
Like
I'm like,
fireworks are
dude,
gonna
don't get
happen.
angry at these children with the fireworks. Like, just
No,
chill out.
it's one of those things. It's like it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It it's like when we went out, we knew fireworks were happening. We knew there'd be a few around in the area,
Right.
so we ended up putting like loudish classical music on, so that
Okay.
purely for the cats, because the last thing you want is a cat running around terrified in their own
So
house.
that's what happened to Steven's cat. Their cat got so
Oh,
terrified he got caught in between outside and inside, and he didn't come
mm-hmm.
until this morning. And he like army crawled in. He was so petrified.
Yeah,
So I guess the
yeah,
cat took it worse than dogs take it. I guess
they can do. Yeah, they can do.
that's crazy.
But again, I think it all depends on the animal, right? Like
Yeah.
one of mine slept
Bet
right
you
through
Walter
it.
wouldn't care.
No, funnily enough, he does care. He's actually really jumpy about stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like we're not sure why. He's just jumpy. He's at this, but and then there are some things that you think would scare him, and he's like, "Huh? Oh, whatever."
Yeah, yeah,
So,
exactly.
but
He's like,
no,
what? Were you doing something?
yeah, no, it was the his sister didn't give a shit. Like she just slept through it. But
Yeah, right.
yeah, the older one's also nervous. So him and Walter were not the not the best pair to be around because they feed off each other, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we've been recording for the better
Yeah,
part of
let's talk
5
about
minutes
toys.
now.
We meant to talk about toys last time. I'm I've cut back on toys drastically
Mhm.
with like life and everything going
Yeah.
on. I think we feel like we're cutting down more and more each time we talk about
It
toys.
now
But
we said that, and I don't know if I brought this up last time, but I just picked up the Jada Street Fighter Blanca and Sagat figures.
yeah, you said they were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I would say Blanca is Blanca. I don't know. He
Blanca.
is Blanca. He is probably my favorite pickup I've had in the last 12 months.
So I picked up Dakin. I just got him,
Yeah,
and I really like him a lot.
he's good, eh?
Yeah, I also picked up Cyborg Superman from McFarlane, classic Cyborg Superman, and he's fucking amazing. Like
I
he's
I've
so
seen
good that
I've
I said
seen
I don't
so
need the
many
Mayfence.
interesting. I've seen so many hit and miss McFarlane lately, and I know
Oh,
they're
big time.
losing the license. It's almost like they're like, oh, hey, we're losing the license. We're going to crank out the best we've ever done,
That's what
and
they're
then you're
doing.
not.
I swear to God, that's exactly what he's doing. But like, I'm just, I've also cut down on a lot of my McFarlanes too. I've sold like
Yeah,
40% of my McFarlanes because I don't need 47 Batmans. Like I've got my classic Batman, I got the Zur-En-Arrh Batman,
yeah.
and then I've got the modern day Batman to go with my
The
Damian and that. That's really
the
it.
the irony here is that you're talking to a guy with where's my cat? He's in the room with me. I want to make sure I don't hit him as I come around. How many Wolverine figures do I have, folks? We're going to count together.
Oh my God,
So
I'm
it's
sure you
one.
got like 32.
So these are just Marvel Legends, right?
Yeah, I'm
One, two,
still
three,
guessing
four,
around 30.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Okay,
So 24.
okay,
Sorry,
I thought
25.
close to 30. I was really thinking close to 30.
I'm surprised, honestly. But then I've also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vintage ones.
Right, Toy Biz and whatnot.
Yeah, plus also the Mezco one you got me. So altogether, your I think your total is right when you factor in all of the ones that I've got.
Yeah.
But just Marvel Legends, it's 2025. That doesn't include Dakin.
Right.
It doesn't
They're just
include
straight Logans.
X23. Yeah, just straight Logans.
Right.
Now I've
So,
got
mhm.
3 MCU ones on the shelf with it. 4 MCU ones on the shelf as well.
Are you counting those as well?
Oh yeah, because I mean they're still
Yeah, they're still
Wolverine.
Marvel
Yeah,
Legends.
yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, Wolverine's one of those characters that like I don't mind. Yeah, like Batman, he has so many looks, but Batman is just for the collection I'm going. Basically, I decided for McFarlane, I want Silver Age.
Hmm.
So because that Silver Age Superman's one of my favorite figures of this year. He's just so good. So I want Silver Age. So therefore, I want Silver Age Wonder Woman. I have her. I want Green Lantern Silver Age, Flash Silver Age, Martian Manhunter, Batman Silver Age, Doctor Fate Silver Age, that kind of stuff. So I'm going with just that. Getting Darkseid. I got the Silver Age Batman villain, so I want Joker. I have him, but I want Catwoman. I want Penguin. I want Riddler, and that's really all I'm going with. Like I'm getting out of Mezcos. They're super expensive. They stay in the box 90% of the time. I don't pull them out and fiddle with them because one, they're just come out with so much shit with them. They're so overwhelming that like I don't want to lose pieces. So I've been
Yeah,
selling. Yeah,
it's funny, eh? I know what you mean because like, you don't want to
I,
break them or anything like that. You want to keep them decent, but like at the same time, I want to have it out so I
yeah, I want to
can
fiddle with it
enjoy
and
it.
enjoy
Yeah,
it. Exactly. So like what I really decided is Mafex is my go-to for X-Men. And then I'll pick up the odd ones I need to complete collections and pockets from Marvel Legend.
yeah, that's
So
fair.
like that's really it. And then Spider-Man I'll do Mafex. Some DC I'll do Mafex, but like McFarlane's kind of cornering me on some DC stuff that I'm like, I don't need scale DC to go with Marvel. I'm fine with having some that are out of scale. I don't care. I'm keeping them separate. The only Mezcos I kept is Space Ghost. I will never part with him. I
Yeah,
kept my Green Ranger and I kept the Ninja Turtles.
makes sense.
And I kept, of course, Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah. Did
But
you
I
ever get a White Ranger Mezco? I
no,
don't know.
I wanted
Okay.
to really bad.
Yeah, because I know you're a huge Green Ranger fan, but I wasn't sure if
I'm
that
both.
trans.
I
Yeah.
wanted to. I just couldn't find him. Why do you have him at the shop?
No, 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 no. We don't. Or at least not that I'm aware of. I just wasn't sure if that was something that you would ever. This wasn't
Oh,
me trying to fish
100%.
it
The
for
White
anything.
Ranger, if I can get him, I will get him for Mezco.
That's fair. It's just one of
That's
those
something
things.
I
I
want
wasn't
really
sure if it
bad.
was a
I
thing that
never
you.
lucked out. Never lucked out on that. But yeah, yeah. But I cut down on a lot of stuff because, like I said, life is life. Apartments are expensive. Cars that drop engines are expensive, and it's like I want to be able to live. I also, I have a friend, but like, you know, don't know what that will be down the road, and like, I kind of want to be able to like get a house and things like that. So it's
And the
like,
thing is, if you don't need a mezco, then you don't need a
no,
mezco, right?
I don't. No, so like my other buddy, my buddy Billy, that we do another like I haven't done that with in months and months, the podcast, but he collects toys like every fucking day, literally every day. It's so overwhelming. I can't do it. It's just so overwhelming because there is literally a new release every day of something.
Oh, always.
And it's like I can't keep up with it. You know?
Yep.
Like I don't
Oh,
need a
I get it.
maximum Spider-Man when I have a Mafex Spider-Man that's perfect, the one I showed you.
Honestly, I keep looking at the Maximum Spider-Man. I'm like, I don't even know if I can justify
Yeah.
getting it, right?
And the
Like,
Hulk is a definite no.
yeah, I think we've had this conversation
We
off
have.
camera. Like, the Maximum figures are great for people that have the money to spend,
Yeah.
but there's not enough improvement
No.
over the versions that some of us already have
Yeah.
to justify paying that much. Like, I really like the 20th anniversary Hulk. Okay, so
Same.
he can't do the thunderclap.
Right.
Sucks, but I don't have him pose like that.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the retro Spider-Man or the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. Like
Well,
I have retro and I have Renew Your Vows. I don't need another Spider-Man, and I don't need another. Like I couldn't justify getting the Maximum Spider-Man
other
for
than
that
the red
reason.
pins on the retro, that is still my favorite Marvel Legends Spider-Man.
Honestly, that's just it. Like the reason I don't need
The
another one
sculpt is
right
so
now,
good.
yeah, like and the Renew Your Vows is basically the same, slightly different colors. It's more vibrant, which I enjoy,
Yeah.
and I don't need anything else other than that.
Yeah.
So the Spider-Man I have now are variants of that, like
Yeah.
the slightly younger, the Kane Scarlet Spider,
Yeah.
early Kane, that kind of thing. So I have a lot of those in different costume Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most part, they're all um like I don't need that one. Like I said, I don't need the other Hulk. He's funnily enough, the Hulk I have is actually in the back of a display, so I kind of forget he's there anyway. So I
Yeah.
definitely don't need that one. Um, if there's a Maximum Wolverine, okay, maybe I'll get that if it's different
Yeah.
enough
I'll probably
than
get that
something.
if it's the maximum.
But like, I've ordered the Silver Samurai Wolverine 2 pack,
Oh
so
my god, dude, I can't wait for that.
I can't imagine the Maximum Wolverine is going to be much better than that,
No.
unless
And
there's a
that
whole
Wolverine
bunch
is
of
like
accessories.
completely stout and completely stocky, like the way Wolverine should be.
Exactly. exactly. Like, there's not. I can't see a world in which they do a Maximum Wolverine that's better than that. Now, I am aware that me saying that on record,
Yeah.
as soon as it comes out, I'm like, holy shit, they did it. So I
Yeah.
know it's going to happen eventually. I don't see how it's going to happen. Like in
I
terms of
mean,
articulation, unless it's just pure. Oh, hey, we've got bone claws. You can flip off the
yeah, right.
shoulder
That's
pads, and
probably
now
what
there's
it'll be.
damaged shoulder pads, right? Like that's what I can see is happening.
I could
Like
see feral Wolverine slash regular Wolverine.
exactly. So you've got the M Bison Jada Street Fighter, right?
Oh, I fucking love him.
Right. So you know how his shoulder pads come off with the cape.
Yeah.
I can see them doing that with the Maxim Wolverine. So there's a 12-inch Marvel Legend Wolverine,
Yes,
and
I remember it.
okay, so he had the battle damage head, and he
Yep.
also had battle damage shoulder pads.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they would do for the Maximum Wolverine.
Yeah, I would
You know,
agree.
damaged shoulder pads, completely different, like different gloves from the forearm down, that sort of thing.
Right.
So you can have a damaged Wolverine or not as a figure. That's what I would
Exactly.
envision them doing, and that honestly would make me happily pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would rather them go for characters that, you know what might be fun, to be honest with you, quite frankly? A Maximum Iron Man might be amazing,
Mm.
depending on if they don't get chintzy with it.
Yeah,
If they can keep it like, you know, like Tony Stark with multiple heads, multiple armors, multiple modular pieces that pop on and pop off and create different looks, then that I'm all for.
so, do you remember there's I think it was Kenner Batman, or it was an animated series Batman figure
The Bruce
where,
Wayne?
yeah, the Bruce Wayne, then you
Yeah.
put the Batman bits on top.
Yep.
That's what I like. I'm taking what you've just said. That's what I'm
Well, they did
envisioning
that
for
with
the.
Iron Man and the Toy Biz, Iron Man
Hmm.
animated figures.
Yeah. So how you could? I'm sure there's a way to do it again.
Yeah. Like, but in the Iron Man figures, like they would have to update it that it wouldn't be like plug and play because
Yeah.
before it was just like you plug them into holes and they went on, but they didn't like wrap around or cover the whole like armor piece. I mean, the whole body piece. It would just kind of attach. It
I
would be
think.
like, an addition. But like
Yeah.
something on that idea in that vein, yeah, you could do that. That would be awesome.
I think what you could do is have the Tony Stark figure almost in either a black bodysuit or
Right.
like a like a piping style bodysuit.
Right. Exactly.
Not
That's what I think they'll do.
not unlike like a Colossus sculpt, like that kind of sculpt all over. And then you can just plug pieces on top and it would work with the armor underneath.
Yeah. No, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think that's what they could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, they can't do it like Toy Biz did it, where it was like snap on, like a snap type model kit, because that would just be too chintzy for them to do. They would
I think
have to get a little bit more creative. Like maybe it would be pull off the arms, or you could snap on some of the forearm pieces, but like the chest pieces would have to be like a whole torso removal type of thing. I don't know. You'd have to really play around with it to kind of get it. But the point is, that's what a maximum line could do. Or you could do a maximum Daredevil or a maximum Moon Knight. I mean, we've talked about these before. Maximum Blade, like characters that could really benefit from these updated looks and stuff. You know what I mean?
yes, I do. And you'd have a lot of great options for like Moon Knight, for
Yeah,
Blade, for Daredevil.
exactly.
I mean, Daredevil, realistically, they could just
Daredevil would probably
reuse
be
the Spider-Man.
amazing.
Yeah, reuse the Spider-Man, add a few things here and there, and Bob's your uncle. So I can see that happening. I wouldn't be surprised if you had a maximum Captain America at some point.
Yeah, but I mean, like my picturing of a maximum Daredevil would be like a classic Daredevil,
Hmm.
and then like a Chichetto Daredevil with the wraps and the tactical boots. So you would have like what Jazzwares did with the Supreme series, with like Cody Rhodes. You snap off the waist, and he has different color trunks and different color legs. You could do that with Daredevil, almost like a builder figure style, but tighter joints. And
Yes.
they could do it. They could do like you pop off the forearms, and then all of a sudden, what's it called? You could pop off the forearms, and then pop on like wrapped forearms, so it looks more of a ninja look. You know what I mean? They could
Yep.
do stuff like that. So hopefully they go in that route, but we're gonna have to get through Wolverine first because it's inevitable that it's inevitable that he's the third one. He's absolutely
100%. Yeah, absolutely he is.
right. So the point is, hopefully, because Marvel Legends have done so many Wolverines, like you said, hopefully they take cues from maybe the 12-inch Wolverine and say, okay, we can we can add a battle damage head, but we can add bone claws. We can add this and give us new sculpt on like these claws. Like
Yeah.
they clearly didn't shy away from the what's it called? The Gamerverse 2-pack Wolverine claws. They went crazy with it and gave us the really long curled claws, and they gave us the long head wings and all that. So like we know Marvel Legends can do this stuff. It's just, will they do this stuff?
Exactly. And I wonder if they would do entirely new fists, or would they just give you claws that you can pop in and pop out?
Yeah, exactly. Like, and my whole
And
thing is
I'm fine if that's how they want to do it. Like I'm fine if you
right.
want to pop claws in, pop them out. Like no issues.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think there's any reason why you shouldn't. But the whole thing is like they need to make sure that they're going to give you an upgrade that's worthy of that title. If you're just going to call everything maximum and it's going to be the same shit, then don't bother. The line should be dead before it even goes further. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I need the new Psylocke, the new Gamerverse Psylocke. I need her because she's like the perfect comic book Psylocke for me because she's exactly what I'm
I'm
looking for.
I am so annoyed she's with Thanos.
Oh, it sucks that she's not even able to get. You can't get her. I couldn't get
No,
her.
I
You
didn't.
probably can because it'll be an EB Games type of thing.
Yeah, probably. I
So
want
like
to
I would like you to keep a lookout for me for her
for sure. Yeah, I'll keep a lookout.
because she would forget it. She was gone before she even went up. She was like bots got her, everyone got her.
I'm. It annoys me that the bots are that effective, but
Yeah, I know.
what can you do?
No, you can't do much. But the other thing is too, like my Marvel Legends money is earmarked for like the really big deal ticket items. Like,
Hey,
Yep. Hello?
no, I'm still here. I was just trying to think of of how to word this.
Oh. So my
Now,
Marvel Legends
no, no,
items.
oh
Oh,
no.
sorry.
So do you want the Psylocke versus Thanos action figure 2-pack?
Do I want it? Yes.
All right, you got it.
How did I get it? What?
So, funnily enough, at the comichunter.net, there was one set left available.
Oh shit! You grabbed it?
Yeah, I just got it for you.
Thank you so much, dude.
No
Yeah, we got
worries.
to do. Let's do Christmas in August, just because like
Oh
everything's been
yeah,
so expensive.
honestly at this point, I think it might will just let
Wait
it
till
wait.
Christmas.
Yeah, it's one of those
All
things.
right. Yeah, it'll
Okay,
become close enough.
let me run this through.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, I do. I ordered all the Gameverse stuff. I ordered the Blue Venom and Cap. The Cap
Yep.
looks really good. He looks really, really good. He's a little beefier than the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then the Blue Venom just looks great. It's Venom in blue, and I always love that look. Um,
Yeah,
the Juggernaut was the one I struggled with. I
I
still
didn't
picked him
get
up, but I might
Juggernaut.
cancel him because I'm like, is he really that different? I guess he's much bigger,
Yeah,
but like,
he is, but for me, he's not big enough to justify, right?
right. So
So
I got Shumagorath. Did you order him?
no,
You don't
I
want
don't even.
Shuma? Really?
It's not even that. At this point, I'm just waiting to see what comes up on the shop website because
Yeah.
some of it comes up very late. And if he comes up, great. If he doesn't, eh. But looking at the pre-orders on the site, we've got one of the entire Fantastic Four set left.
Yeah.
There's, funny enough, still one of the Wolverine Weapon X Retro collection left.
See, I never
Uh,
got him either. I got to get him eventually.
yeah, he's one of the legends I still need, and then there's a whole bunch of Transformers that are left too.
Did you get Xavier in the Savage Land?
No, I wasn't super worried about that one though.
He was so easy to find. He is so fucking easy to find still.
Oh,
He,
I believe it. He's one of those ones that I think a lot of people just aren't super worried about. See,
now,
Shumagorath is $100 in Canada.
oh wow, that's heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I will tell you this: I'm getting one San Diego Comic Con exclusive this year.
Oh, fun.
I'm getting the 3-pack with Sauron and Rogue. I have to
Nice.
have that.
Nice. Yeah, that's
Savage Land
awesome.
Rogue is such a
Yeah.
must-have because I'm gonna pair her with my unhelmeted Magneto Mayfex figure, and he's perfect. So he'll go because I love that cover with Magneto, Sauron, Rogue, and I forget who else is on the
Hmm.
cover. Was Shauna in that story?
I do not recall.
I don't remember if Shauna and Kazar were in there. I'm just wondering if they're
Yeah, I
throwing
don't
them
know.
in there because it's Savage Land. They're just like, oh, Savage Land.
Probably. If they can do it as a Savage Land pack, then you've got
Right.
Shana and
But the way I look at it is you should want to get if you like these characters, you should want to get the Savage Land 3-pack because it's $90 for the 3-pack.
hmm.
But when you think of it, the fucking Sauron Build-A-Figure was going for like 150 by itself.
Oh, if you can get it, it's at retail, it's worth the price.
Yeah, exactly. It's very worth the
Yeah.
price. So the people bitching about oh, it's 3 figures for $90. Dude, that's $30 a figure. Just about every figure is twenty
I
eight ninety nine. Like, get over it.
if there was a 3-pack I really wanted and it was $90 and
Yeah.
or even if it was $100,
I know who it would be. It
just
would
round
be
up.
the Weapon H
No,
three
no, no.
pack.
So here's the thing: if it was just if I wanted every single figure in it, regardless of which ones they were,
Yep.
I would happily pay it because at a
Yeah.
$100, it's well, I'm just buying 3 figures in one go, but
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than now, if it was 2 figures I wanted and one I didn't, I'd probably still get it. Like, well, I'm fine with it. I may not want this one, but
Right.
I recognize the values there, and I can just sell the other one. Like, so when I got the Phantom X and Psylocke Uncanny X Force 3-pack
Yep.
with Nimrod,
Yeah.
I got it and then took out the what I wanted and then immediately flipped Nimrod on eBay because I didn't want or need Nimrod. And I made because
Right.
so many people wanted Nimrod out of the set.
Right.
I think I bought the 3-pack for what was it? It must have been
Probably
about
$60 at that point.
yeah, 60 or $70 I think is what it was 'cause it was Canadian.
Yep.
And then I flipped it for 55 Canadian plus and then
Yeah.
they paid
So
for
like
shipping on top of that. So
3/4
I
of it you got back.
exactly. And I was like, that's now, yes, I know you lose eBay fees, etc., but that was more than I was expecting. I think I had it up for 30 to start with. I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna put it as a starting bid at 30.
Yep.
And then after that, whatever, do what you want. I think I had
Yeah.
a buy it now on it as well at some point. And I think what happened was the buy it now was quickly surpassed because people were bidding back and forth. And I was like, if one of you idiots had just bought it now, I could then not have to deal with this.
Yeah. Exactly. And
So
but for me, that is literally the only exclusive I'm getting.
yeah.
I can't justify getting all these other like Jada has like a exclusive M Bison and Dalsum 2-pack in different colors, like player 2 or whatever, or player 3. I don't know. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing color waves on like the Jada figures. Like I'm just doing the base, you know?
No, I agree. I love that line.
I do too. I absolutely love that line.
I'm probably not. I'm only aiming for player one colors.
Same.
Now, if I happen to get a, because I know what will happen if I get one player two, I'm like, oh fuck, no, I've got to get the rest
Yeah, exactly. No. And I honestly, my goal is to come as close as I can to complete a Marvel versus Capcom
of it.
display.
Yeah, I I think if I was going to get a player two character, it would be Ryu or Ken, because you can
Hmm.
customize them fairly easily and just
Yeah.
kit bash a different head onto it.
Right.
Like maybe them, maybe, but that would just be for kit bashing. And
Speaking of Street Fighter, did you hear the news on the movie
oh, that Roman Reigns is in it.
and Cody Rhodes?
I didn't hear Cody Rhodes is in
Cody
it.
Rhodes is Guile and
Oh my,
Akuma is Roman Reigns. Now
Roman
Roman, I
Reigns.
know, has been fully confirmed
Yeah,
on
Roman as
multiple
Akuma,
websites.
I think would make sense.
Oh, I could
Cody,
see that all day. Cody is Guile. I can see it. I can
Cody,
see it.
Cody is just
I don't know if he's big enough to be Guile.
that's what my and I yeah I get it. I know that
Jean
so
Claude Van Damme was not as big. Yeah, I know.
no, and I know that Hugh Jackman is a perfect Wolverine and he's about a foot taller than he should be. I
Right.
get it. I can't see Cody having the presence to be Guile.
yeah, that's the thing I'm kind of struggling with. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I love Cody. Don't get me wrong, I
Yeah,
love Cody Rhodes, but I'm like, can I see him as
like
Guile?
if I had to fantasy cast
Yeah, I
a
also don't want to see every WWE superstar in this movie.
no, so it's funny you say that. So if I had to fantasy cast
John
someone
Cena
as
would be a good
Guile,
Guile.
yeah, actually, I was thinking, and he's not an actor by any means, so it wouldn't happen. But Tom Aspinall,
Who?
Tom Aspinall, he's a UFC heavyweight fighter.
Okay.
Now, granted, he is not American, so there's one strike against him anyway. Like
Yeah.
he would have to work hard on an accent.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
if you look at him, he's just like really athletic, really quick,
Yeah.
and he's got a presence. He's a big bloke. Um, I don't know if he's the interim champion or he is the champion at this point. I
I know.
don't
I
follow
haven't
it
kept up
enough.
with UFC in a while.
Yeah, I know that. I think John Jones. Last I heard, John Jones was the champion, and Aspinall
Was
was
he
the.
really still?
I don't know. Like again,
I'm
I'm
not sure.
not up to date, but he wouldn't fight Aspinall, and Aspinall it was the interim champion, so they needed
Okay,
to
yeah, yeah,
unify the belt
maybe.
at some point. So anyway, like that's like this is like me talking about cards. I know nothing about UFC.
Same.
It's not a thing that I tend to follow.
I
Uh,
honestly don't follow it because Dana White tried to make it like WWE.
yeah, like yeah. Anyway, like I just for some reason I just never really got into it. I think because that you see just enough of people getting a bit too hurt, like this is fine, but you're not being paid enough
No, 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 no.
to
I'll be
kill
honest
yourself
with you.
from it.
UFC is a lot more tame compared to that other thing Dana White has, Slap Fight or whatever the hell that thing is.
I have never seen something so
Oh my
utterly
God, Alex, it's like
stupid in my
brain
life.
trauma on
Like,
crack. Like
like,
it's like you sign up for this, you're the dumbest fucking person
like,
because
don't get me wrong. Like, I may not follow UFC and
Mhm.
mixed martial arts, but I can appreciate that when you've got two skilled athletes going at each
Yeah,
other, and then at the end, like I watched it was funny enough, it was a free fight, Tom Aspinall versus someone else,
hmm,
and it was Tom Aspinall's longest fight at the time, which
yep,
was a round and a half.
wow,
Uh, yeah, and what had happened was they people expect him to hit and knock them out. That the
right,
guy just somehow gave Aspinall his back, and Aspinall threw a choke on, and it went, and the guy tapped.
yep,
But as soon as he got out, they fist bump. Hey, good fight, fist bump, and that was it. I'm like,
right,
that's what you want to see in any kind of competitive sport.
right, absolutely.
I just think that when you're in a slap fight, it's like, why are you
Oh, dude, no, no, this is like brain cell city's gone.
yeah, like
Like it is
you're watching
disgustingly
people
bad.
get a concussion. Like I don't
Oh,
like it in hockey when people drive each other into
same,
the
same.
boards. Like, don't get
No,
me wrong, hitting definitely has a place in
of
hockey,
course.
but there's also I think they also need to really come down on the people that do dangerous hits.
Yeah,
Now,
but also just preface it this way. Like, think about it, dude. I want you to look up a clip of Slap.
oh,
Like,
I've seen one or two, and it's one of those things
holy
like
shit!
it's
They
so
like
bad.
shock each other up and then they bash each other's face in, and it is brutal. And you're just like, why are you doing this to yourself? You're going to die. Like
You're
you're gonna
going
have
to
brain
give
trauma so
yourself
bad.
like significant CTE.
Yeah, it's just so bad. It is so bad. And I'm like, I don't even know how this is legal. It shouldn't be by any stretch of the imagination because it's
Mm-mm.
so severely dangerous in my point of view.
Yep,
Like,
agreed.
why would you do this to yourself? You're going to kill yourself. It's awful.
Hmm.
And I'm just like,
Like,
I can't believe
and
this has a following, but it
and
does.
the thing is that it's not like arm wrestling where it's
No,
literally strength against strength,
no, no, no.
and the winner wins, the loser loses.
Yeah.
It's not like
There's no
mixed martial
finesse to
arts
this
or
thing. There's no skill. You hold a like a arm wrestling like joystick or
hmm
whatever that is, and then you just haul back, chalk yourself up, and whack the guy's face clean as possibly as hard as you can because he doesn't have a chance to defend himself.
no, and he agrees to not defend himself.
Right. It's so fun. Like honestly, I don't know how these people don't just like snap and flip out and start beating the shit out of each other like after the first slap because you hit me like that, I'm gonna kill you because
And the thing is, like, it's like they get the slap. It's like, right now I'm going to get you as hard as I can back, and it's like,
Yeah,
it,
it's brutal. And then
yeah,
like I didn't think it was gonna make it past the first season. I literally thought, oh, this thing's dead in the water after episode one. But apparently it did really well
I
because we
just,
are barbaric people.
I can't.
I can't justify that.
Like
Like I'm
at
just
least,
sitting there going, you're gonna fucking slap this dude as hard as you physically can. Like it's just so dangerous. And
at
then
least,
wonder why you have onset CTE at like 30
yeah.
because you got whacked.
Like boxing, MMA, you have the
You
ability
have
to defend
gloves. You
yourself.
have weighted gloves. Yes, they hurt, but yeah, you're protected. You're
Do you know?
you're
So
not bashing each other.
here's the thing that I've actually I don't know the truth of this because I obviously have never hit someone with a glove and without a glove. Apparently, hitting
Yep.
someone with a glove hurts them more than hitting them without a glove because you put all of your weight into it because your knuckles are protected. Whereas
Mm.
if you're bare knuckle fighting, allegedly, you may not hit them as hard because you don't want to break your hand on
You
their
know, that's
skull.
a good question for Danelle. He would absolutely know that 110%.
Let me know what he says because I'm
I'm going
genuinely
to,
curious.
because now I'm
Because
curious. He would
yeah, like
absolutely know what that is.
I don't know how true or not that is.
Yeah.
I've just read it somewhere. I'm like that. I mean, logically, it makes sense to my inexperienced eye. It is. I don't know. But then at the same time, you think, well, if that's the case, why isn't bare knuckle fighting bigger? Because it's so
Yeah.
incredibly bloody, right? Because you would just be absolutely decimated.
Right. Like William
Anyway,
Regal was a bare knuckle fighter.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. He was a bare knuckle fighter in Blackpool.
That
That's
makes
how he
sense.
started. He
Yeah,
started when he
that.
was like 15, 16
Oh
as a
yeah,
bare
that
knuckle
makes sense.
fighter. Wade Barrett was a bare knuckle fighter in Blackpool.
I can see that too. Actually, funny enough.
Yeah. So like they both have that one thing like that they all
Yeah.
share, but like no, dude, that's crazy. That's beyond fucking crazy. Like I just think it's foolish. You know, like you're gonna kill yourself. There's really I don't see your benefit to putting your brain on the line like
There's
that.
there's no challenge. Like what's the challenge? Like do you
It's
oh it's just
who can hit
yeah,
harder. That's
who can
literally
hit
it.
harder and who can get back up fastest? Like it's
I guess
I don't know. Like it's I don't know.
it doesn't just sound barbaric. It sounds moronic on top of barbaric. It's like okay,
Do you,
so you
do you
do
know what
this.
actually sounds more barbaric on paper than that
What?
is HEMA fighting, where you
What the heck's HEMA fighting?
so it's historical European martial arts is what HEMA stands for,
Okay.
and you would literally like it's literally historical martial arts. So you would take a sword, like a broadsword,
Oh
long
Jesus.
sword, you fully armor yourself up, and then you try and just batter the shit out of each other.
Okay, that's fucking stupid. Like,
However, like now, granted, the swords are actually blunt, but if you look at it, it's actually a lot of skill involved, which is hilarious when you watch it. It's no different than yes, I know fencing is significantly
yeah.
different in terms of aesthetics,
Right.
but HEMA is in terms of what goes on. It's like you I think there's two rounds where one you attack and I would defend, and then we switch.
Right.
I attack and you defend, and you've got to stop my attacks without.
Crazy though.
It looks insane, and
Yeah.
yet, ironically enough, is far safer
Wow.
than the slap fight because you've got full padding on, you have
Yep.
metal like a full medieval armor set on. So
Right.
even though it's a sword and they hit you really hard, it
Right.
doesn't actually break the armor because the sword is blunted.
Oh, the sword is blunted, so you didn't. I didn't get that part.
I may not have said that in hindsight,
Yeah.
but you know, either way, it's like a competition thing. Like it's the sword isn't going to be razor sharp and cut through
Right.
you.
Right.
It might break a bone if it hits you in the wrong place, but
Right.
that's a hockey stick too, right?
No, of course. Anything if it's not. Oh my god. Sorry. Demon. What do you want, ladies and gentlemen? The dog has returned, and he's like, "Hey,
I need stuff.
I need stuff." So hold on one sec. God,
Now,
we only got a few more minutes anyway.
yeah,
But man,
the irony of you having to deal with demon while I for the last 20 minutes I've been sat with Walter on my in my arms because he's like I need something too, and he just wants to sit.
yeah. No, this guy's. This guy has no receipts.
Mm-mm.
He's next level.
Well, I mean, if he needs food or he needs you to look at
No, no,
him.
no. He doesn't need food. He wants food. He absolutely does not need food.
He thinks he needs food.
He is round. He does not need any more food. He is very round. Yes,
Yeah.
you're round. I had to buy you a new harness.
Ooh. Oh, Brady, you were called out, bud.
Yeah. So no, that's crazy though. Like even
Yeah.
blunted, you could get through, couldn't you?
I don't think so. Like, but with the metal is pretty good, and then they've got like gambesons and like padded clothing
Right.
underneath the metal. So now, what's interesting, and again, not an expert, so please
Right.
correct me and whatever you listen to us on. Even if in medieval times, even if you didn't wear like the metal part of the armor and you just had the underlayer, even
Right.
that was good enough to stop a half-ass sword swing.
Really?
Yeah, like the padding that they wore was really effective. Like I don't know how much you know about even Japanese armor where it's like folded
No.
like some so it may not be Japanese, but I've seen things about like armor that's basically folded paper. And even that is quite effective because there's so many layers to it.
No shit. That is interesting. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I know this is not the usual geek stuff we talk about, but I'm very
It's still
interested in
geek
this
stuff.
right
It's
now.
still geek stuff.
It is very geek stuff, but it's not like, Vulcan and
Well, you know what? We'll come back to that next show, I'm sure.
yeah, but so Superman is coming up very, very soon. I
Next week,
am
I think, right?
cautiously optimistic about it's next week.
It's
I
funny,
am
yeah.
ready to go. I want to see this off the ground. Now, I don't know if you saw, but I think they're teasing Alan Richardson as playing Batman for James Gunn.
I'd be down for that as long as we still get the Rob Pattinson Batman or
We
Matt
need
Reeves
Robert
sequel.
Pattinson because supposedly Giancarlo Esposito is in talks to play Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Now, I could go with that. Oh, my God. I could go with that.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What, Giancarlo Esposito? I think that would be great.
What? Yes, but more because he's been typecast as this like clinically cold and evil person, which one could argue is perfect for Mr. Freeze. But the best Mr. Freeze is the one that's cold, evil, and yet incredibly relatable because he just
Right.
wants to save his wife.
Right. And I think they would go that route. You could
Yeah,
have a.
I just don't know if I could buy Giancarlo Esposito as that. But that again, that's a personal thing, and
Right.
I would love to be proved wrong. So I'm not going to be
Yeah.
railing against the
And we know how many
casting. Like
times that we've been proven wrong.
exactly, like, and he is a fantastic actor. It's
Yeah,
just
he is. Absolutely.
it's not what I first think of as him being sympathetic when I
Right.
hear his name. So yeah. Oh, my friend finally watched Thunderbolts.
And what did he think?
So somehow it was entirely spoiler free.
Okay.
And
I don't know how he did that.
I mean, either, honestly. And oh, what did he say? He said it was just the right amount of comedy and action, and he really enjoyed it.
It was
Like,
perfect, I thought. I
I,
want to rewatch it again now that it's
it's
on streaming.
it's honestly, again, I said to him, it's in my top 5 MCU films. And I know we've teased this before,
Yeah.
and
We need to
we're
do it. We need to
we're
do
not
another.
we're not doing it right now.
No, let's do it
Um,
after Fantastic Four.
I think that's a good idea. I wonder if that's a jam session.
Yeah, I could do a jam session with that. It
I
doesn't
think
always
that's
have to be wrestling.
I I think it'd be more fun to do one without. Let's
Yeah, I
oh,
think so.
yeah.
Honestly,
So,
wrestling has been a lot of rinse, wash, repeat lately. I do love it. It's my favorite thing in the world still, but like it's been a lot of I've seen this,
yeah.
and it's like especially like John Cena's doing a phenomenal job as a heel. I will say that. And when we have Matthew on again, he's doing an epic job as a heel.
Mhm.
His promos are great. The ring work, however, is very, very formulaic. It's always
Now,
the belt shot and kick to the
I
nuts and
so I want to bring to you the suggestion, and I think this may be something that I took
yeah,
from Matthew. The suggestion that is intentional,
it is definitely intentional.
that he is deliberately
Oh yeah,
trying to be a heel and quote ruin wrestling by not doing anything flashy.
right.
And
I agree with that.
I think when he finally turns back in, because he will, he
I
has
think he's
this.
turning him back in a couple weeks. I think he's turning
Yeah,
at SummerSlam.
I can
I
see
think
it.
we're going to get a new Bret Hart Austin turn with Cody and Cena. We're going to get a double
Oh,
turn.
that'd be sick.
I think we're getting a double turn. Listen, the fans want to cheer John Cena. They
Yeah.
want to cheer this guy going
It,
out.
the funny thing is that we have been, or well, I say we as in I'm
Yeah,
not a WWE regular watcher,
right.
so we have been waiting for a John Cena heel turn for
20
probably
years.
like a decade or more,
20 years.
and when it finally happens,
We all want to
we
go
don't
back.
we don't want it.
We wanted it for that week. Like we wanted it for the show. And then we're like, okay, we're over it now. Can you go back to being a good guy? We want to hear you again.
Yeah, and
I'm
it's
fine.
just like I think it's hilarious because like
Yeah.
people will at this point when they know you're going out, they're gonna cheer you no matter what.
Yeah. I'm telling you, wrestling fans are the absolute worst.
Oh,
They are
okay.
the worst. And I am a
I,
wrestling fan.
I,
They are the worst.
I agree with you, knowing that I'm like some of the shit that I've said, not necessarily on camera, but some of the shit that I've said that I've eaten crow on, I've gone back on. I'm like, okay, fine.
Because they just are so fucking fickle. They get
Yes,
what they want, then they don't want it. Then they want something different, and then they bitch about it. So
it,
it's like you can't please them.
I think the thing is that it's the same with Cody. We all wanted Cody to finish the story, and he
Yeah, and
did.
now he did, and it's been 3 years, and it's like,
And
okay,
it's like, well, now what?
yeah, he has
Yeah,
to go
but
here.
now he's a champion. Yeah, but I don't care. Now he's a champion. I wanted him to be the champion, but now he is, so now I don't care. I think Brady's telling you
Yeah, he is.
it's
You can
time to
hear him
cap.
going.
Yeah,
He sounded like
folks.
what's his name from Harry and the Hendersons. It's ridiculous.
um,
But yeah, no, in a few moments, he's going to have
yeah.
to tough through it. One thing I wanted to say to you is I have been trying to catch back up with AEW,
Hmm.
and some stuff is really good, some stuff is, but I'm at that point right now where I never thought I'd say this. I just want Hangman to take the fucking belt off him. I don't care. I don't give
I
a shit. I just want it gone. It's got to go off Moxley now. I don't care
I'm
if it's the janitor. It's got
I
to
am
go.
so invested now in this. Like that story has been hit and miss for quite a while.
Oh,
But all of a sudden, the last couple of months, it's really picked back up again. Funnily enough, ever since the Ops came back and beat them for the trios titles,
right,
all
right.
of a sudden now that story is really interesting again.
Well, because now you know Moxley's beatable.
Exactly.
Right. The
And
other thing I wanted to say
mhm,
is before I let you go, there's a show I want to recommend that you watch. I've been hooked on it for the past month and a half. It's called What We Do in the Shadows.
what we do in the shadows.
It's basically The Office with vampires.
Yep,
It's
I'll
by
watch it.
Taika Waititi. It is the
You,
greatest fucking
you
show besides Shorzy.
you don't have to say any more than The Office with Vampires and
Oh
Taika
my
Waititi.
god! They even have a fucking like a Kevin in there. Like no, not a
Yep.
Kevin, a Toby from The Office. Like they have an energy vampire who's just
You,
boring, and all he does is bore the life out of you. Oh, you need to fucking see this.
you, have you ever seen Resident Alien?
I have. This is way fucking
Okay,
better.
I've it's not a film, right? It's a show. Yeah.
No, I know what it is. It's got
No,
what's his
sorry,
name
no,
who plays
no.
in
I
it,
am.
Gruber.
Yeah, no, sorry. I meant What We Do in the Shadows. It's a show. There's
Oh,
two
it's a TV
seasons, right?
show. It's a
Yeah, two
TV show.
seasons.
It's
Okay.
amazing. It's one of those office like cam type things, like
Yep.
Modern Family and all that. But it's so good. Like it follows around a vampire and their familiars, which are like their lackeys, but they're like modern day vampires that live in Staten Island. And they're supposed to conquer the earth, but they can't even conquer like Staten Island. And so like the Baron comes back and he's like, "Have you conquered the earth?" And they're like, we are still working on the island of Staten. Well, this island sounds amazing. How long is it? About 4 blocks, master. What? It's like, you've been here for 1,000 years and you haven't conquered 4 blocks? It's very
Well,
hard.
we'll get it. Yeah, no, I'll add that to my list to watch.
Please
It looks
watch it
looks
ASAP. It's
fantastic.
on Disney Plus.
Okay, even better.
Yeah, so it's Hulu, Disney Plus, whatever one you got that. But
Yeah,
it's oh my god, it's called What We Do in the Shadows. It's Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi even shows up in it a couple times.
yeah.
Put it this way, I'm going to just give you one caveat to watch it.
Hmm.
Now, it is a spoiler, but it's so
Eh,
far in the first season. They have a vampire council meeting, and they have all these famous vampires, but they're all famous people who we know in real life that are famous. Like they just become famous vampires. So like Pee Wee Herman was alive for this episode, so it's Paul Rumens is the famous vampire. But then they like turn on the laptop. They're like, wait, we have a straggler coming, our final judge of the evening. And they turn on and it's fucking Wesley Snipes in Blade glasses. This is from 2019, so way before he came back in Deadpool.
Oh,
And they're like,
amazing.
Wesley, you're a vampire? He's like, of course I'm a motherfucking vampire. I'm a vampire that can go around the daytime. Y'all bitches. They're like, no, that's what you played in a movie, Wesley. He's like, no, I am Blade. They're like, we've gone over this many times, Wesley. You are Wesley Snipes. You are not Blade. And then like the woman is like, that fucking movie ruined the shit for all of us. Like it's so great.
Oh,
So there's an English vampire. There's like a not a Saudi Arabian, but he's like a Middle Eastern vampire. Then there's a vampire who's like from like Greece, and then it's so fucking good. I challenge you. They're 22 minutes. It's like Shorzy. You're just gonna barrel through it, and
oh,
it's
for
6
sure.
seasons. It is
I was
amazing,
just looking it up. 6 seasons at 20 minutes each. That's
dude. I bet you your wife will like it too. I bet you she'll laugh her ass off.
oh, it, so here's the thing. If I try and get her to watch it with me, I'm probably not going to watch it because she's like, well, watch an episode here and there.
Oh
I'm
no
like,
no 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 no! Fuck that.
so,
You watch it and then just be like, "Hey, I came across this show. I really liked it. You have at it."
yeah, that's what would happen. Honestly, is something like that. Oh, hey, you might like this.
You'll devour this thing, dude.
Yeah,
Because it's so funny. Like I'm sitting there going, it's like all the best of like the Ragnarok humor and all that
yeah.
shit with like vampires, but they're like modern day, and it's just, oh my god, like they go to like Dollar Tree and shit to get stuff for a party, and like look at all this glitter, this is so great. It's like oh my god, the accents alone. My favorite vampire is Laszlo. You'll love him. He's the British vampire. He is fucking so dry, so good. It's just please watch one episode tonight and text me.
I will.
Just
Yeah, I
one.
will do. I will
All
for
right.
sure.
I do got to get going. We're gonna wrap. The dog is just driving me nuts, and that means it's time to go.
Yeah,
But,
good.
but yeah, let's do a best of MCU like rewatch, not rewatch, but organize like.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're not going to say anything now, folks, because anything we
Yeah.
plan is inevitably a work in progress,
Right.
and you know as well as we do that. We say, hey, we'll do this, and then we forget.
I have
So,
Brady. What in the heck? He's caught. God damn it. Brady, stop! You're caught. You're caught. Oh my God, you're caught. How did you get caught? He got caught in his own collar. Oh, dog.
hey, is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. Did
All
you
right.
hear? Yeah, now he's barking. Now he wants food again.
Yeah. All right. Now that we all know Brady is okay, we'll end
Yeah.
it there.
He's good.
Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.